Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sunrider. We're on what I assume has to be the final mission. Previously, Jigara was briefly controlled by Alice and ended up murdering everyone at an award ceremony, and we are now on the run from our former allies. Our mission is to get the Sunrider to this side of the map without dying a horrible, miserable death. So we'll see if we can do this. Everything's got flat coverage but no shield coverage, which means lasers are probably going to play into this a bit. Cruisers and battleships, infantry, I don't know exactly which ones I should be worried about. Also, the Havoc's here, which is great because I really enjoy Cosette as a character. So I'm happy that we get to use her for something. I have no gravity anymore. So that means Ikari will be forced to go and murder things by herself. And unfortunately I can't reach. But we'll sit her here with an assault for funsies. The gunboats, as per usual, I'm going to use them to suppress. And I'm not sure if I want to try like going full forward with everyone, you know, like moving everyone forward. Because in some cases, like Kriska's case, it's probably possibly better to have her sit still for a little bit. I'm not sure yet, so we'll see. Also, we're gonna listen to all of Cosette's lines for sure during this, because I mean, like, who knows if we'll get another chance to, you know? Alright, so let's see here. 75 isn't much, but we do, however, have you. 58% chance of hitting twice. We can maybe take out, like, if we manage to hit with both. Also, I should use a full forward. Should have used that before. How much? There goes one. No, she's mainly got melee and assaults, plus these torpedoes and missiles, which I can't really use quite yet. Or I mean, I can use them at some point, but I don't know if I want to yet, because I mean, it's got 30 flak. I have no way of removing said flak. So there is that. Wow. Nice. I doubt that will hit. Oh, she has a ton of flak though. 40 flak? I do want to make sure I continue moving forward though. matter what. So... Sadly, I don't think I can get them close enough to suppress. Assault has a crap chance of hitting. I think we can take out one of them. There we go. And I suppose we'll just soften someone up for next turn. I doubt we're gonna manage to punch through anything here.
Sunrider,
alright, that's it for our turn. I'll move her forward though. And I guess swap to... I don't have all guard? No, there it is. All guard. Alright. Your turn. Nice one, Akari. Okay then. Unsurprised. More infantry, carrier, battleships. Okay. Her assaults are good, but... Alright, let's use a suppress. 72. Worked out better than I expected it to. Aww. So sad, you evil little pirate. I love you. I'm not making enough back to swap between full forward and all guard, I think. So, I'm gonna hold off on that. That said... And have Akari definitely do some damage here. So close. Alright, we'll use draw fire. And then... I can't hit with an assault. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep advancing every turn. But we'll see how well that works. Especially with how slow Krista can be. I just hope that that takes that out. Oh, by one. Because I want the heat to come towards the paladin so that her draw fire can help protect everyone. I think I'm gonna buy the Falcon a good deal forward. The Havoc can move to the front of the squad because it has massive flat coverage. And then I'm gonna try to keep people together as much as I can, I suppose, to keep the wall of flak going. I just don't want to leave Kriska too far, so there'll probably be a few turns where she won't be able to attack because she'll have to be spending that energy moving. But that's what happens. So that said, I think move you a little forward. Maybe, well, it would be wonderful if I could suppress suppress some. Oh, I can actually. If I move these ones forward, then I can suppress. Oh? Oh, darn, I thought I was in range. Alright, well, you know, more flat coverage hanging out. But we'll just use lasers in the meanwhile. Because we should get as much out of our lasers as we can before the carrier, the frigate, makes its way over here, and we'll start having to use the shield jams. Alright. How's your kinetics looking? Not great. Not terrible, but not great. Let's soften this one up for the next turn. And I guess take our shots where we can. And then let's see. I could fly Kari forward, keep her cloaked, and have her pick off these units. That could probably be a pretty decent idea, I think. We'll move her there and then have her kind of pester them. Because I mean, as long as they don't have a support unit, then they shouldn't be able to see her because of her cloak skill. So she should be okay. I don't think. Oh no, you have an assault left. You know what? Sure. Let's just have you pester people a little bit. Every little bit helps. And I'm actually. I'm gonna put it in front of the Falcon, actually, like right here. Because I feel like the Falcon could get targeted. Alright. Your turn. Let's see what it does. The lasers are definitely more dangerous, I think, than usual because they don't have as much overlapping shields. Like the Sunrider does have a good range for its shields, but they're not as protective as anyone else's were. So, shoot, they're running away. How dare you run away from Ikari? Okay. So, that said, cloak, and then we'll fly her here, but it only takes 30, and then one melee should take it out, or at least get it close enough. Yep. And then she has enough for an assault, so we'll hold on to that. Let's see. We'll get our suppressions in, because I think the frigates are full forward enough that it shouldn't be too much of a problem to have them hold that position temporarily. And forward. Okay, I need Kriska to move forward, I think. Otherwise she's not going to be within range. So we'll move that ship there. Yes, sir. And we'll move her here. Her forward one. Okay, can you move there? Yeah. So now everyone has some shield protection or is cloaked. And then we'll have Kriska take this shot because I think it should take it out, which will give heat to her. So that's good. Next up, let's see here. The battleships fire lasers, so they're kind of dangerous. Infantry too, though. And infantry are easier to kill, I think. We have a higher chance of taking that out than this, because Kriska doesn't have any shots left. The Sunrider has a shot left, but not enough, I think. Hold on. Can you? You can. We'll use you to suppress you. Move it back into formation. That way we have a really good chance of hitting it with connects. We don't have enough damage. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough damage, and that flat coverage is not gonna work. So, I think it's probably better to try to take out one of these. Because there's actually a chance of us doing that. Test through them a little bit and then take it out. Your laser. I guess I'll move it forward just because. Yeah. We'll just pester it. It's probably not going to die this turn. Probably. Unless we get rid of more of its armor, it's just not going to die. But we do get 3 shots with this one, so maybe. And I think the Havoc might actually have another shot. Do you? Oh yeah, you do. How much? Armor 7, armor 0. Here. I feel like the Havoc's assaults, even though they're still small. Ooh, didn't kill it. Punk. Okay, just the Havoc left. You have a shield jam, but it's not like that is actually going to do anything for me. I mean, I can throw one over there for no reason. Alright, let's go to guarantee kill. Don't ask me why, but I just really like Cosette. She's great. We'll move her forward even though it's kind of dangerous, I feel like, to get closer and closer there, but so far this has been okay. All guard still good for one more turn, so we'll go. Vriska's not looking good there. Okay. See here. We're doing alright. Or not. Great. More infantry. That is a pain in the ass. Vriska doesn't have her armor anymore. Who's the biggest threats? I mean, we're gonna keep moving forward no matter what, I suppose. But it's just a matter of where we're gonna move forward. And they all have flat coverage, unfortunately. So that's a pain, because I can't really use missiles to full advantage. Though, if I could get one torpedo through, it would probably really mess them up. Oh, I forgot that she has torpedoes too. God, I wish I had something to shut their flak off. Does full forward give flak coverage? No. Wait. Okay, yeah, that doesn't count. I know that firing missiles in general, like it lowers their ability to like block other missiles. The real question though is, can I afford this, I guess? It's like, fire this. like fire 2 sets of missiles over towards them to mess with their flak coverage. You see now they're doing 0 interceptions, right? And then we'll have the Havoc fire. We'll have it fire a single missile first, I guess, just to gauge their annoyances. Oh, Cosette, you're so cute. Alright, Torpedo! And hello, Drake Spark. Ha! Suck it. Oh, we made her happy. Look at that. We made her so happy. Isn't that great? Oh, it actually missed. Like, completely. Try again, please. There we go. Okay, so that took care of a good number of enemies over there, which is quite useful. I wish that they didn't have like a million things of flat coverage, because then we could do the same strategy against them and torpedo the crap out of them. Alright, but I'm gonna move Kari down here. How good are your laser shots? Decent. How good are your assault shots? Garbage! We tried anyway. I'm thinking, actually, well, no, that won't work. I was gonna say if I could get next to this one and melee it, then we could take it out, but never mind. Okay. It's probably gonna move forward, so I'm gonna move myself in between them and the Sunrider, so if they fire missiles, Ikari will block some. Let's have her fire a missile this way. He's so mad. I love it. Okay, moving forward. The press fire. Sunrider can hit it and nearly take it out. Kinda what I want. Then take it out. Okay, now the question becomes, do I prioritize moving people forward and up? Kriska can't move. And if I move the Sunrider away, you still got kinetics. 28%, 28%. Great, not great odds there. But we can move it forward to like there, and then start using kinetics. I had the best chance to hit this thing, but that Alliance carrier just has a lot of health, and it feels kind of like a waste of time. 58% on that one up there. Yeah. I think I would rather 67%, huh? There's no way that this one's getting in range. That I can fly this. What if I want? I just wish there was a way for me to bring her along. I shouldn't have used her last 20 or so. But we can at least move these ones forward. Okay. Let's try to take this one out. almost there. Come on, that 2% chance. Nope. I tried. Alright, you. 2% chance. Oh. What about you? you don't have any chance.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you have a... Oh, you don't have a chance either. Havoc? Alright, so it would just be the Sunrider. I don't really want to draw attention to the Sunrider though. That's the thing. But what else are you gonna do? I feel like it's more important to have less enemies trying to murder me. You know? Okay. That's it for everyone, right? Besides Yo Jam, but that's not gonna do anything for me. So theoretically, if the carrier spawns a support, the support might prioritize removing the recovery first, so we might as well. Chris is only gonna be moving next turn, I think. Unfortunately. Move the Havoc. No. I think the Havoc's in the best position it can be right now. Your turn, Alliance. How dare you? Attacking my Falcon like that. Wow. Lucky. So, now what? So like all these things are using lasers, so my flat coverage doesn't really matter. Which kind of sucks, honestly. But that's life. Let's see. If I... Okay, you're gonna move here and suppress this one. Because these things with 1200 have way less health than other thing. So I feel like we have a chance of taking out one of these more so than other ships. Right, like I said, I want Kriska and friends to move forward. I really want to hit them with the torpedo, honestly, but we're gonna be good. Fleet forward. Because the whole point is to get the Sunrider to reach over there. So gotta move up at least 2 per turn. I want to have a good chance of doing this, I think. 49% chance of hitting. Let's take care of this thing by the fact that it doesn't have enough lasers. Or it doesn't have any laser protection, rather. Wacha! Or actually... Thanks, Akari. You the best. Okay. Now we're at a little bit more of a situation. I mean, I don't really have that much to lose, I suppose, by having her fire. So mad. I love her. More missiles, please. We're gonna fire torpedo again. So, first things first. Oh, I should have fired those at this one, actually. Alright. You're up, Cassette. Come on, hit. 0 intercepted. Boomstick. Okay, that worked out.
指示を。
終わりにしようぜ。
Okay. Now what else can I do here? I don't know. Let's think here. I can move these wonderful little guys forward some more, I guess. Press it so I can't move away as much. And then I'll laser it. Oh, well, okay. Anyone have enough for both shield jump? No. Oh, no, it's fine. It still does damage, it just doesn't do as much damage. So. Nice. 18 damage. Okay. I guess I don't... not firing missiles or anything like that, so I guess I don't really need to worry about it. I suppose I can move things up. And then we'll just pester this, even though it's not really going to go through much armor, right? But every little bit counts. I wish that I could melee the ships, but sadly melee only works against riders.
Sunrider.
Kriska still has a kinetic. This is the last mission, or is the last mission before you got this whole arc? I believe it's the actual last mission. Because everything else is resolved. Because in the last mission and in the aftermath afterwards, we defeated the evil things, the prototype clone people that were trying to take over the whole known galaxy. And then the only reason we're even having this fight now is because the leader of them wasn't really quite defeated all the way and had somehow used the fact that one of our crew members who was a prototype and was a clone originally and such could like fuse with their weird mind teleporty thing that they were using to control everyone. And they used that as an in to take control of her and have her shoot like all of Alliance's high command, basically. So now we're on the run from that, which is unfortunate for us. Okay, Krista can't move forward, so we'll have her do a shot. That did way more than I expected it to. Good to know. But yeah, so like all the evil things are dead. We're just on a run, and I don't think there's anywhere else for us to go. So. Ouch. Was that the carrier firing those assaults? Those lasers are going to be the thing that take out Kriska. I don't know if Kriska's going to manage to survive another turn, to be completely honest. Oh good. Enemy reinforcements. This time packed cruisers. Fast cruisers, which have an assault carriers. That's good. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I really don't expect Kriska to survive this next turn, to be honest. I don't know if there's much point in moving her. I think a better idea would be to draw fire to as many other units as we can. Like so. Okay. Let's try to take out this unit. Suppress, 88%. I'll take it. Because 2 shots from the Falcon. soften it up
艦長殿
enough.
任務を
Okay, the question is, do I use Draw Fire on Kriska to pretty much guarantee that she's going to die the next turn, but also make it so that she might survive longer because of the increased armor? Or do I use her to take pot shots at things? I think we're going to Draw Fire with her. Alright, Kriska. Okay.
はい艦長
And in the meanwhile... Oh, this is tough. You see, these fast cruisers are going to attack probably with kinetics or lasers. They're going to try to get close into it. While I think the elites and the carriers might fire missiles. I'd really like... What? No, assault. Let me buff.
別にお前が好きだからやってるわけじゃないんだからねこの攻撃は見えないだろう
Also, how many attacks can we get in? Are we all 52
誰にも負けない
melees?
速さで
No, just one melee. And only one melee.
アフターバーナー点火行くぞ
Still.
接近戦で攻め込むまそういうことだ
This is...
後
We'll
ろへ
put
戻
her
れ
right here. That should give her good flak coverage against anything they fire if they do fire missiles. Okay, so that's one thing down. Probably not going to be able to take that out. This carrier can't really do anything,
こ
can
ち
it?
らハボック
Right? Like if I just put a torpedo up its butt, it would probably it would nearly die. It would take 2 torpedoes, then that's kind of a waste.
指示を
The main thing, of course, though, is that I need to reach the other side of the screen to win.
指示を
So, you know, tempting to use one of our quick repairs, but I don't think we need it yet. How about you? I think I'm gonna move. Kind of want to keep them all together.
指揮お願いします
All right, well, we're gonna move at least 2 forward for
艦長
sure.
殿任務を
Unfortunately, leaving Kriska outside of laser coverage, but there's not as much lasers anymore. Maybe she'll be more than, like, mostly okay. We'll try to take out this unit. Trying being the operative word here. The 50% chance was not kind to me. No, okay, we're just not gonna laser that one this round, I guess. So that sucks for me. Whole 7%. Yeah, it's basically nothing. Pew pew. Just bother someone a little bit. Fly you. I'll put you down here actually.
艦長殿
あたいに命令するな
Alright, now Havoc has all the flak. So it's probably gotta be like at least there. It might even be it'd be good to put her here. It gives her the most like covery, I think. So we'll put her there.
指揮お願いします
And the Sunrider can still do stuff. We've got a couple shots with these. Pretty good chance of them being shut down. But so we have 2. So if we fired 2, 30% chance of getting shot down with flak. 85% chance. You know what? Does it tell me the splash damage? Let's fire one set of missiles this way.
直撃です艦長
艦長殿指示を
and
値に命令するな。オールグリーン。
then attempt a torpedo. It might get shot down, but if it does hit, then I'll probably do good. Yes. And the splash damage will do a little bit up on the other things too. Oh, it got them all. Wow. Those torpedoes. They don't mess around. I think next turn, assuming that these guys are still all bunched up together, we'll probably unload our other missiles and torpedoes. Alright. Alright, everyone. Salute Kriska, because she's probably about to die. Alright. Your turn, Alliance.
管理システム、次から次へ制御不能。
Shit. I see a support unit.
体幹準備を。
And
もう限界です。
it's really nestled in there.
自分の盾は決して破られはしない。
Bye, Kriska.
さらに修理を要求します。敵攻撃に失敗。損傷なし。0番甲板に被弾。
Alright then. So, repair drone. Use you. Repair drone.
ECM 配備成功。戦闘能力が上がっています。
Oh, ho ho ho.
いつでも行けるステルス。
They opened up their formation.
誰にも負けない速さで。
Which means
覚悟。
no more support unit.
そうそう。
What?
わざと外してやったんだよ。
No, you die now.
攻め込む。
How the fuck?
そうそう。わざと外してやったんだよ。
76% chance in 2 misses? That is absurd. That is crap. Like, total and complete crap. %5 chance of hitting. It needs to die though, that's the thing. If I hadn't meleeed it, I'd use her assaults. It would have probably taken it out. Oh, it has 0 chance of hitting, that's good. Oh boy.
相談完了。サンライダー、いつでも行けます。期間最大戦速。
We just needed to get across. That's what has to happen. So we'll see here. Oh.
協力と強奪だ。協力と強奪だ。
40, huh?
打ち砕いてやるよ。くたばれ。死にたくなければ
Come on.
金目のものを全部よこせ。
Yes. Okay. There's that one up there still. Do I have a Vanguard cannon? I could technically use a Vanguard cannon.
システムオールグリーン。
And I could take out the support unit using that.
値に 命令するな。
Just mad that this doesn't have any chance at all of getting close enough, you know?
協力と強奪だ。
Alright, see here. So I don't have any all guards on. Yeah, the camera is not helping me out there. I could use the Vanguard and take that thing out, but it's only going to be taking out one thing, which is a massive waste of 4,000 command points. Instead, we can resurrect the Paladin, which will put it right next to us, and then put on all guard, and that will give another unit hanging around and give us a little bit of flat coverage since it's right next to us. And yeah, does this work? You showed down on Sunrider, but she didn't disable it. Also, I didn't realize the carrier had kinetics. Uh-oh. 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 Will the Sunrider survive this? 34 health left. No. No, bad end. I blame that support unit. Oh wait, not that one. That's all the way at the start. I want, see. February 8th, 2039? That's probably it, right? Okay, yeah, hi. This is before... No, this is when the pack support... This is right before Krista died the first time. We have one unit, sort of. I mean, okay. What?
System all green.
I can hit 2 like this, which would actually help. I don't know about that. Also, I thought I had stayed before I moved the Sunrider, but I guess not. Alright. Yeah.
艦長、真面目にやってください。もう高校生じゃないのですよ。敵だ、外れ。艦長、
So things should go similar to my last time, I guess. With Krista probably dying this turn. Difference being, this time instead of trying to melee that support unit, definitely going to just assault it instead.
管理システム、次から次へ制御不能。管理システム、次から次へ制御不能。
Okay. So, easy thing first, repair drones.
ECM 配備成功。戦闘能力が上がっています。早くしないか。
God, Ikari's head is in the way. I can't actually see how good the chances of hitting that thing are from where I'm sitting.
暗殺モードに入る。
So,
誰にも負けない速さで。鉄鋼弾、撃て。
66.
そういうことだ。
Alright, well, you know.
敵と交戦に入る。安心しろ。楽にしてやるよ。
Bye-bye, support unit.
相手してやるよ。楽勝。賞金確保。
Okay. So, that's good.
早くしないか。
Now here comes the other questions, what to do here. So, I mean, I'd like to torpedo them, honestly.
System, all green.
Like, if I can get a torpedo in there, then that would work wonders. It's this section down here that's kind of a pain, though.
カナディン、戦場に復帰しました。艦長殿、命令を。
あたいに命令するな。
I want to get the Havoc down towards them. Because she can do some damage with her melees and what have you. Her melee does 700 damage, so she can take out one of them by herself.
交代だ。
We'll fly her down there. And then...
Sunrider, 海面中です。指示を。
Alright. Let's try out
敵を殲滅します。
a couple missiles.
敵陣に着弾。
So 3 intercepted. Sure.
ミサイルアウェイ。
Fine. 6
敵ユニットに被
intercepted.
弾。
It has a lot of flak, doesn't it? 40 flak.
指揮お願いします。
Is this a waste? I don't know. I hope it's not, though. It's not! Excellent. Because that means that we can kill this thing with the Falcon, and then it won't be able to kinetic us and knock off a good chunk of our health. Not to mention that with that dead, it's no longer providing shields to this unit up here. Which means that we can laser it. Which while I don't think we're gonna be able to kill it this turn. Probably. Get it close. Maybe if I had kept the Havoc up there. Actually, she has a pretty good shot of hitting it.
はい、艦長。
And we have good shots with
ターゲッ
the
ト、ロ
pulse,
ック
so
オン。攻撃に成功しました。
go for it. Okay, there we go. It's working better. I guess I'll fly you down towards them. And there's no shields to jam.
完了。
Though, that said, I'm still going to put it down in case a support unit gets spawned. So that said support unit will prioritize removing debuffs. Okay, now these lads, we can fly them down a bit. And then at 100, so press that and start using assaults to see how far we can get them. Because I mean, if we can take out another enemy, then that will be wonderful. Ooh, close. Does anyone?
艦長殿、
指
指示を。
揮お願いします。
I don't think anyone has a assault. Actually, wait.
血がたぎるぜ。
My wonderful, darting little pirate.
くらえ。急所滅。
So, backstory on Cassette, because I'm going to assume, Drake Spartan, that you weren't around for the second game? I actually don't remember if it's the second or first game. It might be the first game that you meet Cassette, actually. She's a pirate. Was the leader of a group of pirates, and she's basically Robin Hood of this one planet that's like complete shit and exploited by the Alliance when the Alliance is in charge of that area, and then when the enemy's Pact were in charge of that area, they also exploited that planet because it's full of a lot of good resources and such. So they basically just force everyone to work in like mines and factories and those things. But Cosette is a space pirate who's from there and uses her band of merry marauders to go around and kill any alliance or pact thing she can get her hands on and take their shit and deliver nice things back to the people back on that planet. And she doesn't like us because we kind of forced her away from winning a number of times.
指示を
Okay, I need all guard.
システム出力上
And
昇
that was a good turn, so I'm gonna quick save and then end it.
損傷は軽微です。これ以上は持ちません。
Oh, don't hit,
どう
don't
やら
hit.
運が良かったのです。艦長、これ以上は持ちません。回避運動に成功しました。
Konbanwa, Trollmeister. Ogenki desu ka? Oh shit, it moved behind them. Douchebag. It knows my one weakness. That Ikari's head right there blocks me from actually assaulting things properly. Like, look at this. I can't. Also, if I fly these guys into suppress to try to get a better shot, not gonna work. So I need to kill one of these first, basically. That's what that is. So, how about you get a little bit of help from the Falcon? Did I win versus the Fairy yesterday? I did. I did in fact beat Ishin. After many efforts. Wait, do I take the 58% or do I move forward? I can move forward and still fire twice, though. Pew pew! I think the Havoc can take that out now. Close. Thank you. Thank you for your congratulations. It felt good to win. And then for the ending, I had 3 options. And I chose to give Kuro the whatchamacallits. The divine tears plus the cold tears, the frosty things. I can't reach. Fuck, I can't reach the support unit. Voice the blonde girl is super annoying. You don't like Cassette? He's one of my favorites. He's so mad all the time. Beautiful. Maybe not, then I can't assault. 40% chance to hit or laser it. Definitely going with the lasers today, I think. Maybe, although 30% chance to hit. God. So annoying. Alright. Move her there. The voice is pure pain for you. You don't like angry, mad space pirates? You're so angry, I love it. I just like angry things, okay? Also, seriously, like this is a problem. Good tune. Fuck, we're not gonna be able to actually kill it. I don't think. 5! It has 5 health left. For the love of God, please, your 5% chance. Thank you. Kami-sama. Okay. I'm gonna move it closer, just in case it spawns something. Yeah, fun fact about Cosette. I think she's at least like 20, I think. Let me see if I can find a wiki page on her. Because I think it should say her age somewhere. H? H? No. She says it during the first game a bit. But the planet that she's from is garbage. And also just working in the factories, all those things stunted her growth. So she never grew like bigger than she is here. Which is too bad for her. Alright, let's use draw fire. And then probably move forward one with them. Alright. Move you up one. I'm gonna move the Sunrider here so that we still have some coverage. Let's see here. I kind of want to use another torpedo like over here. But we don't have missiles to soften things up, so we just be kind of taking a pot shot and praying that it doesn't get intercepted. Which, like, it totally would. Also, I can't see the chance because of Ava's fat head. Could also launch her torpedo this way. Only a 20% chance of, you know, things going wrong. And if it does hit, it would take that thing out. You know what? Fuck it. Do we really have that much to lose? Like, alternatively, I can get a shot in on an assault carrier that has 2800.
Sunrider, 対命中です。
And Chris can move forward one. She can. Alright, Chris is gonna move forward one so I can move forward one to get closer to, you know, not nearly dying. Then we'll move one up two. And then take this out because it doesn't need to exist anymore. Alright, we have assaults and suppressions. I'm gonna fly it downwards just so that we can try to get the suppress stuff onto these for when I start firing on them. You still got a laser. Let's have you laser that. And are you suppressed? You're not suppressed. Let's suppress you so that we have a better shot with the Havoc. Go forth, Havoc.
System all green.
Okay. Pulses. We might kill that actually. Heck yeah. Alright. 3 units left on the board that aren't mine, and I need to survive 2 turns. Because Sunrider is capable of moving, what, 4 per turn or so? So I can move almost to the end of the map next turn.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Your turn, Alliance. You want to spawn a support unit? Oh, it's actually coming after me now. Alright. So, let's use some repair drones.
ECM 配備成功。戦闘能力が上がっています。
Quick save. And then get going. Alright, so. Let's see here. Let's fly the Falcon down one. And move you down one. So that you can suppress this. So I have better shots at it.
And
then Kari's gonna remove the support unit. And then you can suppress that unit. So that we can fly the Falcon. Well, let's see. Do I want to take the 2 shots 58. Yeah, I do. One of those, one laser, and then a little bit of assault.
フェニックスいつでも行ける
That's not something you want to say in
まと
court.
めて相手してやるよまったく話にならないな
There.
賞金確保
Okay,
指揮
gonna
お
keep
願いします
moving you forward.
4ソロ
ただいま待機中であります。
And let's move you up.
あたいに命令するな交代だ
You're gonna move forward as well. You too. Do. And anyone who has laserings are gonna start putting it down where it needs to be. Suppress. Kinetics.
クリスカ・スターレス注意であり
オ
ます。
ールグリーン
You know what? Fuck it. Let's fire a torpedo.
ヘルダーツ
If it, yeah,
砲弾
no.
が外れました
Tried. Didn't really expect it to work, but figured why not? Hail Mary. Alright, now it's just
時
gonna
間の
be
無駄じゃないだろうなこれは
pestering everything.
えい早くしないか
Okay, that's
シ
good.
ステムオールグリーン
Move you here. Why not?
イエスサー。
Alright.
こちらハボックはい艦長賞金はちゃんと払えよな
So cute. Alright. End turn. Survive 3 ships trying to attack you.
敵弾
You can do
外れ
it. And then we're good.
敵弾外れ
One more.
取りかじいっぱい
Good flying, Ava. Alright. This is the last turn. Let's make it count. So,
下手すれば許さないぞ艦長くん
you're gonna suppress this piece of shit.
えい早くしないか
Just stop being used everything so Trump. That's been like my Twitter feed for the last 2 days, and a bunch of like really shitty hashtags that make no sense, and just people kind of like tweeting into oblivion. And it's like, please shut up. Like no one cares. Just be quiet. Like there was one that was like vindictive dictator Trump was a hashtag that was trendy. I'm like, why? And I looked at it, I'm like, there's nothing here. It's just people being like butt mad about stuff. There's nothing in here that's like worth saying the word dictator over. Like words have meanings. We should reserve them for those kind of things, you know? Mayrune's Dagon doesn't care. No, he does not. He will spread the blight across the land no matter what. Is that what the coronavirus is? Is coronavirus just the blight from Morrowind being spread throughout China? Also, I really hope you guys have seen the video for Corona Chan and what's it called? Everybody's Circulation, I think is the name of the song, mixed together, because it's a nice shit post. Alright, let's focus on this one and see if I can manage to take it out. Probably not. And tweets into oblivion. Oh, is Mayron? Was Mayron's Dagon also in Morrowind, or was he just referenced by like dark elves and such? Not suppressed. Press this, please. Alright, Kreska. What chance? I can't see the chances because your fat head. What the heck? Okay. 100%. See, that's the kind of number that I need to see.
ソラレス連邦の力を見よ 様に勝算はない。
And have some positive news. I think there's websites
ソ
for
ラリ
that.
ス連邦の力を見よ。記録せよ。
Upworthy,
出なければ
I think is the
攻撃を
name
続行します。敵
of a website that tries to
解明中です。
have nice stuff like that.
敵陣に恐怖を打ち込め。オンターゲット。
Alright, there we go.
イエスサー。
That's it.
こちらハボック。こちらハボック。
I don't know.
早く暴れさせろ。下手すれば許さないぞ。艦長
There
君
you go.
アフターバーナー点火。行くぞ。
We're gonna line up our fleet as best as we can over here. They did a good job, and everyone gets to live. Like, actually, I didn't lose a unit, did I? Like, if you don't count losing Kriska and having to revive her.
指示を。機関最大戦速。
Victory is one of the Daedric princes, so we reference more. Okay, yeah, that's why. Achievement unlocked, Captain. I think that's for beating the game on Captain difficulty. These must be positive. They try to make you negative things positive, and just tired of that. Oh, I haven't seen that. I just know, like, when I saw some stuff on, like, a number of years ago, when Upworthy was making the rounds for the first time, whatnot, it was just like local man helps like person find their dog. Like, it was nice stuff like that. Speaking of, actually, this is completely forgot about this until now. I went out for dinner today because it's been a while since I've gone out for dinner. Been mainly staying home and like cooking instead, because it's easier to count calories that way. And I was walking to the taco place that's like a couple blocks down, and I'm just walking down the sidewalk. It's snowy and like kind of slippery out. And I look up and I just like see a pair of eyes staring at me. Like, what is that? And like I blink a couple times and like there's an animal in front of me. And I don't know why. And looking at it, it's like, oh, it's a dog. And then like my eyes just kind of fall like next to it, and there's just someone laying on the ground there. And I'm like, is there a homeless man and his dog hanging out here? And so I wasn't quite sure, but I walk up and I look down, and the dude's just laying there. It's like, no, this guy isn't homeless. He looks, not homeless. He doesn't smell like a lot of nasty things that I've smelled on the bus from the homeless people that I've encountered. And I look down and I'm like, you okay? He's like, well, I twisted my ankle pretty bad. I'm like, okay. Do you need help? Like, he's like, oh no, someone's on their way coming. Don't worry, I've called someone. I'm like, okay. And I like look down at him for a second, look at the dog. The dog kind of jumps up at me a little bit, and I pat it on the head, and I'm like, so do you want me to help you stand up or something like that? He's like, this leg's fine. He tapped his left leg, I think. He's like, this leg's fine, so I could stand on it, but I don't think that's gonna help too much. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so you're good? Like, you don't want me to hang around or anything like that? Someone's on their way, they're coming. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I left and I went to go get tacos. And when I came back home later, I walked the same route and he was gone. So whoever was there came by and picked him up.
目標まで10万キロメートル。
Also easier to get from cheesecake. This is true. Though I would have zero shame in ordering cheesecake and putting ketchup on it in a restaurant and just enjoying the like looks of horrified people around me. That would very much amuse me. Organ Mafia got him. Yes. Oh, more context here in case you missed the last Sunrider stream. So all that shit happened. Half of Alliance High Command died, and we found out that they have a weapon based off of like the ultimate weapon in the previous game called a Paradox Core that can basically blow up planets. And they made a missile with it as like a backup for if we failed during the Battle of Sarah to take back the planet. They were just going to blow up the entire planet rather than let the enemy have it. So we're currently on our way to go stop that. All ahead full. Prepare to fire the Vanguard at point blank range.
Yes, sir.
Pew pew. Consoles blew, flinging crewmen across the bridge. Ava crashed into shields.
20%。
Bullshit, it was nearly full.
ブロック F20 から E04 通信途絶。
I wonder why they didn't put a 0 in front of the E there. She said it. Just a bit more.
キリがないぜ。完全に囲まれた。
ヒカリ殿。おお。
Like, don't you dare hurt my lesbian lover.
盾の下に隠れるのであります。
Oh, she does, I guess, have a big ass shield.
ところでくたばるなんて。くそ。マジで最悪だ。
まだ
If they
だ。
blew up our port in E4, we're gonna murder all of them.
必ず守る。
Uh-oh.
来るな。今までソラリス連邦軍で人生を送ってきたかもしれないが、ここまで来て仲間を裏切るなんて真似はできない。さあ、貴様たちの相手は自分であります。
Oh, yeah. She's probably just gonna run away or something.
アホかこいつら。まさか本気であたいを仲間にしたつもりかい。
Look at her. Look how cute she is.
こんなところで死ねるか。勝手に殺し合ってる間にトンズラでもするか。あたいはまだやり直せる。アジトも艦隊もまた作り直せばいいんだ。聖艦の恐怖コセットコスモスはこれからももっと活躍させてもらうぞ。
Bye,
標的まで
Cassette.
7万キロ。
Kinda figured she'd do that.
もう限界です、艦長。このままではもた
Suddenly, everyone was in midair as the hull around the bridge bent. Steel beams rained down, skewing the bridge crew. The Sunrider howled as a chunk of its mouth tore off and sliced through its observation tower. Jules wiped his blood from his face and picked himself up. Damage report. We're fucked, Captain. Oh wait, I want default. I just want to save because it's a visual novel, so maybe there'll be some choices eventually.
ヴァンガード砲消滅。前方セイビア砲と大破。バリア 0%。格納庫通信途絶。ミサイル魚雷残弾ゼロ。トリニティレーザー残りのエネルギーで2発くらい撃てます。艦長。
Sunrider is lost, Commander. All hands, abandon ship. Putting you in charge of the evacuation, Commander. Get everyone out of here. Keep them safe.
艦長、私も残ります。
That wasn't a request. I'm ordering you to abandon ship.
承知しました。
Everyone, you're all relieved of your duties. Get out of here. The surviving group looted.
総員、至急脱出
But
ポー
not
トへ急げ。
Jenkins. Jenkins has a big steel beam through his chest. So, there's that. Ava gritted her teeth and led the crew out of the bridge.
ケイト、
They stopped by E4 to grab the porn, but it was an honor, Commander. Question is, where's Ramirez in all this? The commander ran to the brig and checked if any crew remained inside. All the cells were powered
プ
down.
ロトタイプ L7NN 逃げられたか。
Time to worry about that. I need to get everyone out of here. Ava pushed the last of the crew into the
こ
escape
れで
pod.
最後です。
Checked out the last names of She checked off the last names off her crew list and leaped into the escape pod just moments before the hallway
離
collapsed.
脱しろ早く。
Ha!
ケイト、
At least wanted to finally say.
艦長、敵艦から脱出
Wait, why are you here? Ensign, get off the bridge.
どうしましょ
Oh wait, sorry, this is on the enemies.
う。上からの命令は皆殺しだ。容赦なく撃ち落とせ。ラジャー。
All hands, this is Captain Kate of Shields of the assault carrier Sunrider, last surviving vessel of the Sarah Space Force. We traveled with the stars, finding allies across the galaxy, with the hope of liberating our homeworld. The long journey, filled with adventure. At times we felt sorrow, at times we celebrated our triumphs. Throughout, we were hopelessly outnumbered. Our mission was nothing but a long-shot gamble against impossible odds. Oh god, that mission sucked, by the way. The wedding dress one? That mission was so... Oh! Alright, anyway. Finally, we are here, at our home's doorsteps. Let it be remembered. On this day, we did not abandon Sarah to fend for herself. Today, the Sunrider stood her ground. We did not run, but protected all those we hold dear until we fell into the black night. We did not falter in our defense of our family. Today, we perished to save our home. This time, I won't let her down.
お兄ちゃん
There's his sister that's dead. The Sunrider, as her final act, will save everyone. Mary, I'm coming home. I'm sailing away. Oh, new contacts. Okay, apparently there's not a voice line for this. What? It's... Oh shit. Multiple enemies detected. Providing assistance. Blackjack, coming in. It's the Seraphim and the Blackjack. I guess this part isn't voice acted anymore. We heard what happened on the Hollow and came back as soon as we could. We'll lead the Alliance bogies away. Protect the lifeboats. Paladin, reload your munitions to my spare rifle. We got some ass kicking to do. Ammo restored. Hoyo! Pure! Matuk. I knew all along you guys would come back to save us. Definitely wasn't worried at all. Besides, it would have sucked if everything just ended like that. Like that would ever happen to us. We'll get some payback. Really, can I accept your voice as those girls' voices? Do you want me to, like, very poorly attempt to do their voices? Because it would be bad. Gotta work on them Japanese girl voices. Sorry. The Pax fleet started to organize a counteroffensive against the Alliance. It looks like we're right in the middle of the crossfire. Even with 2 more riders, we can't take everyone on ourselves. We're crying out loud. I'm sure the captain's figured something out. We just gotta hold out a bit longer. If it's him, he can definitely... Oh, come on, Captain. Do something. As Von Q Akari's calm crack with the life. The final act. Save everyone. It's the Sunrider. Her voice is like really haughty. I don't know how to do that. It's the Sunrider. No, this is terrible. Sorry. Captain? Oh, he's gonna... remember Solus, the monotone one. Captain! Alpha sat on an elegant curved wooden chase. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Before her was a round table with an enormous assortment of tea sets. Everything floated in white space, either upright, sideways, or downward. This was the dimensional space between space, where time flowed infinitely forwards and backwards, and all was simultaneously everywhere and nowhere. This came out of fucking nowhere. News of the Liberation Day massacre had reached her. My sister has failed. Instead of unifying humanity, her actions instead sparked a war which will threaten the very existence of the human race. I have been betrayed by my own sister. Alpha's long-awaited guest arrived. Mom, don't feel bad. Hardly say you're the only one who got betrayed. Alpha's thoughts broke, and she returned to real space. Wanderer. They are distorted as the space-time continuum parted in front of Alpha. Sparks flew and the wind ruffled Alpha's hair as a figure emerged from the micro wormhole. Claude? The fuck? Hey, good news. Claude's alive. Bad news. She can randomly fucking warp? What? At least she didn't have to be vaporized like poor Claude. You know what explosive decompression does to my skin? I think this woman possesses so much power. She has long ceased to be human. It's a different entity entirely. She could recreate the entire universe right now before me, yet she chooses to gallivant across the galaxy, pursuing nothing but frailties. Hey, I did what you wanted. First I led the Sunrider the Sleeper in the Abyss. It's a piece of cake. All I had to do was just play the damsel in distress role. It was all over me in a flash. Yeah, you should have seen what that brute did to me in the sickbay afterwards. If you would like to know what that is, by the way, if you scroll down in the highlights on the videos tab on my channel, you'll find one called Claude Job. That is what happened in the sickbay after we picked her up and whatnot. Yeah, we were sick. We were on a bed. We were knocked out. Claude was there, and you can figure out the rest from the title of the highlight. You have to compensate me now that I've rescued you. He spoke in a firm voice. Yeah, anything but Claude's chastity. The poor maiden squealed as the captain tore her clothes off and ravished her. Her pleas were futile as the captain thrust his will right into the girl's untouched glory hole. Claude's world would change a little after that day. After I led them to the abyss, I took care to make sure your little doll could get it on with the captain. It was a real challenge, you know. Claude had to work hard. Claude had to work weekends. And despite the captain's obvious infatuation with me, he was hitched up with Chikara in no time. After some fake medical reports and assorted other arrangements. But there was another wrinkle in that plan. Somehow, the Queen of Ruvia could sense Chikara's hyper brainwaves. It must have been maddening for the girl, being the only one to know the entire time that Chikara was a prototype. Trying to desperately tell everyone what was happening, only to be ignored and dismissed at every turn. Claude's heart truly ached at the sight. But life's not fair. You have performed your mission admirably. But Claude's pretty lost here. You sent Chikara to learn about humanity to one day control them in the fight against the Even Fleet. Then why the flippin' space whale did Chikara shoot everyone dead at this peace ceremony? Why? Really? Why? We initially sent C8 to keep watch on the then Ruvian princess. It was your words which foretold of that girl's eventual final awakening. Awakening so powerful would shake the galaxy and bring forth the return of the Holy Empire. Mere happenstance that her path crossed with shields. From there, we sought to understand him, so we could eventually control him. My sister hid her true intent from me. While I mustered the prototypes and she mustered Pat, she was secretly sabotaging my efforts. She hid the true extent of her hatred for humanity from me, and instead attempted to bring about the complete destruction of the human race. At the pivotal moment, she assumed control of C8 through the Mind Stream and brought my plan to ruin. You just want to enslave humanity while your sister wanted to destroy it. Now my sister and C8 battle inside the Mind Stream for control of the other prototypes, but what will emerge from that battle will not be either of them. A new shadow falls upon us. The Mind Stream, becoming corrupt. C8 shall return, but not as before. Quite a shocking development. But, next time, please be more gentle with your extractions. A frail girl like Claude just can't stand to be blown up so many times. Looky here, Claude's just here to clean up this temporal disaster. Entire fleet blown from its timeline and just dropped into this one? When people and things start moving through time willy-nilly, and events get moved around all out of order, it's only a matter of time until something really bad happens to the entire universe. I thought you prototypes could take care of it, but I guess this is the end of the line now. Honestly, I don't care one way or another about a boring thing like you prototypes. I think I'd rather take my chances with the other team now. This time, Claude will definitely win his heart. There won't be no little C8 unit to interfere anymore. Yours is dead. That man wouldn't die so easily. You will use your powers to change the timeline? No. Were you listening? I told you, moving events out of order can cause huge headaches. Things stop making sense, and huge gaping plot holes get opened. And you know, when a plot hole opens up in the space-time community, the entire universe just kind of goes poof. That's exactly the kind of scenario I'm trying to prevent here. No, S.H.I.E.L.D. lives without my intervention. Mindstream has already begun to. On that note, why don't you just join up with us too? There's always room on the team for a gothic Lolita. I decline. Oh, well, less competition for me. You're welcome to stay here and do prototype things. My goal will not change. I will control humanity, regardless of my sister's machinations. We'll see about that, huh? Not if he has anything to say about it. Well then, see ya! A pop and a flash momentarily dazzled Alpha as Claude vanished into slipspace. Finally, dead silence returned to the grand gloating chamber. Alpha stood alone and listened to Green Day. Sister, what have you done? I like how they just threw in a whole bunch of random shit. Like the Mind Stream thing, I could totally accept before, but like, yeah, sure, the weird clone creature things can all communicate telepathically and what have you, right? No worries. But like the slip space, the time travel continuum stuff, that's all new. Hey Jimmy, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Chikara. Excuse me. I should probably get some water or something. Captain, are you alright? It's me, Chikara. He was groggily opened his eyes. Is he dead? Kato. Yes, he really had to be dead. After all, there's no other way she'd be. Gara. Boy. I like Lynn. What are you doing? Shields came to. Felt like the world had collapsed on top of his head. Where was he? The Deck 1 reserve life pod. So he survived after all. Shields pulled himself up against the seat. Why did you save me? I was good as dead on the floor of the bridge. You could have just used the life pod to escape by yourself. Why indeed? You guys have been trying to kill me for the better part of the war, and now you threw away your big chance to get what you want. Something must have happened. The old voice fades away, replaced by a new voice. Must be talking about the prototype's hive mind. Could the death of that prototype leader somehow change their psyche? Or could it be... Don't misunderstand. I'm not like that pretty little C8 model which we sent to worm to your heart. I didn't save you because of any desire on my part. Us L7s were made to carry out the will of our leader in combat. Our bodies are identical to the first prototype, the one the humans came to call Venexar Arcadius. But even she was but a stepping stone to Alpha, the crowning achievement of Diode. In the end, we're called prototypes because we are earlier failed incarnations of Alpha. We constantly hear their voices. They whisper to us, send us instructions, even when we sleep. A mundane Saturday. My Saturday's been okay. I spent most of it reading comics, honestly. I caught myself up on the Demon Slayer manga. And so now I had to sit and wait. And also on the Healer Hero and I think a couple others too. So just mainly catch up and watching the new episode of Fate Grand Order, which was fantastic. Tiamat's finally shown up. And Ushiwakimaru's corrupted form. That was pleasantly heartbreaking. It was great. But Tiamat's pretty good. Oh, and I beat Sekiro last night, by the way, Jimmy. That must mean that the lesser clones are essentially slaves. Of course. I saw that firsthand when they mind-controlled Chigara. Could something have happened to free Lynn? Ooh, look, we get choices! Alright, here we go. Let's see. You're lying, Chigara's not one of you. You're not getting instructions, are you? Idiot. The voices will never stop. There's now a new voice. We're evolving at a pace millions of times faster than you humans. But as to where we are heading, I felt a premonition, a sudden inexplicable urge to go down to the bridge to rescue you. For a short moment, I lost control of my body and had another assumed control. I found you floating unconscious on the bridge, all life support systems on board the Sunrider quickly failing. I had but seconds to carry you into a life pod and escape, but fortune was on your side, as a single life pod remained unused on Deck 1 and I was able to carry you to it in time. Such episodes where we lose control of our bodies are not uncommon for us prototypes, but this time, I think we'd be hijacked by a rogue. That can only mean he's still... Doesn't make any sense. The C8 unit was under our control, sent by us to control you, Gara. Not to understand you, to learn what motivated you so that we could use that knowledge to control you. But for her to break free the leader's will, it's become an aberration. She must be telling you the truth now. Did the latest hero chapter you read have the transfer note? Remember that it's a trap-ass or something? Yes. Yes, it did. And that will not stop anyone from enjoying it. Just saying. That means Chigara really was the entire time. The beeping of the pod's console interrupted Shio's thoughts. His senses snapped back to him. What happened in the battle? And his crew? He painfully picked himself up and limped to the pod's console. The Alliance forces are back. My gambit worked. Ramming the Sunrider into the Machiavelli Actual and destroying the tactical Paradox Core took away the Alliance's trump card. With Gray and their entire chain of command massacred at the ceremony, their flagship destroyed, and their secret weapon lost, they had no choice but to retreat. While all that seems moot, this is going to get captured by the packed fleet. It's technically not a trap, as the point. It's true. He heel upgraded himself to become a woman. So one would assume that he removed all non-female parts from himself. And with Fontana pissed off, you bet he'll just stand me up in front of the first wall you can find and shoot me. Out of the frying pan into the fire, huh? But that's not even the worst of my problems. What happened to Kari and Kriska? The crew? Jenkins! She just gripped the console and scanned for friendly signals. Shit. Kari. Kriska. Ava. Anyone. Asaga. Hey! I'm gonna break off and go to sector 947131. What? But we just finished tying up all the life pods. Pat's gonna be on top of us in seconds. We gotta. It's important. Oi, what are you? Ikari's jaw dropped as the blackjack jetted away. Soldier boy, take the blackjack sheriff pods. We gotta get out of here. Understood. Shields wiped the sweat from his brow as a sea of red dots filled the pod scanner readout. A massive wave of packed ships was headed his way. He desperately put in scanning frequency after frequency, his fingers trembling. No response from any frequency. Does that mean that everyone was already captured? Or worse, wiped out? No. I have to keep those thoughts in my head. I said I was going to save everyone. They can't be all... Calm crack with a life. Shh. This is the black... Shh. Is there channel? Shields pounded the transmit button. This is Captain Kato Shields. Is that you, Asaga? Captain! I knew it. I knew you were still alive. About to receive a real red welcoming party here. Can you get me out of here? Aye, aye, Captain. Just, hang on to something tight. What? Ugh. The cabin thunked as the blackjack shot a magnetic tow cable at the pod while performing a close flyby. Shields all of a sudden realized what Asaga meant and strapped himself into a seat. Lim was less fortunate and was tossed to the rear of the pod as it suddenly years forward along with the blackjack. Ugh, fool! Hitting afterburners! Let's outrun these guys before they can get shots off at us. Phew! The blackjack finally detached the bridge escape pod from its tow cable. Alright, Captain, we're here. A small cargo transport was awaiting them. The Sunrider's riders clamped onto the transport and made the preparations for warp. The escape pod's gate hissed as the pod docked with the transport's airlock. The gates rolled open. Shields emerged. Captain! Aw, look. They hug. Asaga lunged at him and gave him the lost embrace that she had desired for so long. Aw, poor Akari, crying, getting all comforted by Kriska over there. They're cute. They're my favorite little pair. There's a scene, by the way, at the beginning of this game where those two are in the shower, blue and yellow. They like each other. I can't believe I just found you like that. I just knew you couldn't have died. I just knew. Shields managed to grit a smile. Almost died, but not quite. Captain, I'll never stop protecting you again. I'll never give you up. Never gonna give you up. I let this happen. I should never have left. No, Asaga. None of what happened was your fault. I'm sorry. Chikara really was a prototype. I can't believe it. She betrayed you. She betrayed everyone. For all that, I can't. Okay, here we go. Another choice. No, Chikara didn't betray me, or you were right all along. I was fooled. Well, Kato's a fucking idiot, so even if Chikara is betraying us, probably would say that. She didn't, though. I mean, the other prototype. She used the neural link to control Chikara. In the end, the prototypes are to blame for everything. Stop it, Captain. Chikara hurt you. She shot him, actually. After playing with your feelings like that, to turn on you and kill everyone? She should rot in hell. No matter what happens, I'll never forgive her. Shit! You moron. Really thought you bit the bullet there, doing that to me. How the hell am I supposed to just watch you die? Don't you know there are people who care about you? What are we all supposed to do if you're not here anymore? Baka. Baka, 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 baka. Trying to be the hero when you're just an idiot. Don't be the hero. But you want you to be an idiot from now on. Ugh. Hi. It was a grim moment. I thought all was lost, that the Sunrider had perished, that we returned too late. Even though I witnessed the atrocities of my era, none of the sorrows of my past compared to the weight of knowing that you were truly gone. Thanks to you, I feel more at home 2,000 years from my own timeline. Here, alongside all of you, than I did amongst the Ruvians. You showed me that I was not a pawn to be sacrificed. The men are not all vile monsters who merely seek the greed of their hearts. I am relieved that the captain who gave me a home still lives. Captain, while still aboard the Sunrider during the evacuation procedure was the right decision under military protocol, I'm glad that things turned out this way. The crew still needs you. The mission is still far from over. Pax still retains control of Sarah, and the massacre of most of the Alliance military leadership will no doubt return the war to their favor. No doubt countless more battles await before you can return to liberated Sarah. A leader must not throw away his life so easily. They have many things left to accomplish. Everyone. I'm sorry to worry you all, but I had to stay on board the ship. I still hear the echoes of Ava's voice that day. Captain, your order. And the words which came out of my mouth still. When I gave the order to abandon Sarah to the packed fleet the day of the invasion. When I let my sister die before my eyes. I fled like a coward, unable to even look at their killer in the eye. Since then, our ghost has haunted me every night. And this time, I saw it happen all over again. Just when I thought we had won. Just when I believed everything was over. When I thought I could finally go back home, put everyone's ghost to rest. I thought I could rebuild the family that I'd lost. Everything was snatched away. But a second, everything we had worked for. Kara killed, just like my sister. A hard-won piece completely shattered at my feet. That's when I knew. This time I could not order the Sunrider to fall back. No matter the impossible odds. No matter the strength of the enemy. This time, I had to stand my ground. Stare at Death's Maul with both eyes open. Welcome its embrace. Could I be playing Linkin Park right now? Like, we're getting pretty edgy. And only then could I be judged worthy of having done my duty. It's my work. Oh shit. Hit the button by accident. Is there a log? There used to be a log, right? Apparently not. Okay. Stop trying to sound all cool. What good would you have been able to do dead? Sorry. I'm back, everyone. I'm still alive. Captain. Sir! Captain. Well, Captain, I see that you're so energetic as ever, even after completely destroying the ship. Commander. I'm not joking, Captain. There was still a solid stack of paperwork yet to be completed on board that ship when it went down. Don't believe for a second that this gets you off the hook for the work that you owe me. Understood. I'll try my best to make amends, sir. I certainly sympathize with your position, Captain. Shields finally realized the Sly was still clinging to him and decided to attach himself, lest the mood become more awkward. Alright, everyone, break it up. Show's over, get back to work. We have a lot of work to do. Ava shooed the pilots and the rest of the surviving crew away to the best of her ability. What's the situation? Following the destruction of the Machiavelli Actual and the consequent loss of the Tactical Paradox Corps, the Alliance made a hasty retreat out of Sarah before the Pact fleet could organize an offensive. The Alliance fleet now holds a position at the nearby neutral room road of Barona, no doubt prepping a counterattack. Meanwhile, Petters responded by consolidating all their forces at Sarah. The two sides now stare each other down, waiting for an opportunity to strike. We managed to use the chaos during the retreat to squeeze everyone into 8 life pods and then tow them to safety using our Rider Squad. But as you can see, the situation is dire. It appears we're once again back to square one, as Pact still retains control of our homeworld. Even worse, we're now without a ship. For now, both the Alliance and Pact believe you're dead, and given our position, I'd rather they keep that assumption. I managed to arrange safe passage on board the cargo runner to a tight area where you'll go into hiding. In the meantime, I intend to head to Ruvia Prime with our queen and see what military assets I can acquire. Me? Yes, that would be you. But I thought we were going to stay together. Our first priority is keeping the captain from being discovered until we get a new ship. With Pact now consolidating their forces at Sarah, Ruvia Prime has never been more open. I've heard interesting things about Ruvia's moon from Alliance Intel. Pray tell that you do not know anything about it yourself. Look, that artificial moon is just folklore that people spread to remind themselves how great we used to be. People say all sorts of things, like that moon's actually an enormous battle station with the firepower to destroy an entire planet. Oh, we for Star Wars now. Or that it's actually a portal to another dimension. But my dad told me himself that the moon's completely useless. Just another derelict piece of lost technology which doesn't do anything. If it actually had any use, we already used it to defend ourselves, right? Ruvia used to be powerful, and hundreds of years ago we had ships as powerful as the Sunrider. But today, all we have are little corvettes and frigates, nothing capable of launching riders or fighting Pact. Well then, why was Venuxar Arcadia so intent on conquering Ruvia Prime? During its occupation, Arcadias, or rather the prototypes, funneled trillions of credits into excavating that moon. That moon holds something, and I intend to discover what it is. Well, I guess it's a lead, even though it's kind of a long shot. While we were investigating Ruvia Prime, Ruvia's moon. One of us should remain with the captain to guard him. Someone with personal combat experience. Then I volunteer to remain with the captain on Tidaria. Sola? I should not have ever left him. My name will not falter in his defense ever again. But I will be coming with me to Ruvia Prime. You can help the captain by preparing a replacement vessel for him. Besides, what good would you be in a fight? Seriously. Sola, not you too. Sola leaned into a saga. Fear not. I merely seek to apply my marksmanship in defending him from his enemies. I have no intentions of any indiscretions. I guess Sola's alright. Girl, she's the most cool-headed person I know. I'll definitely come back with the biggest, baddest ship we can find for the captain. After that, I would be just like old times again. And now with Chikara gone, I can... Good luck with your harem. Thanks, Trollmeister. I'm pretty sure that this is just the ending of the whole game. It's just visual novel section. Because it wouldn't be the first time that Lost in Love in Space? Love in Space is the name of the company that puts out the Sunrider games. It wouldn't be the first time that they end everything on a giant cliffhanger. And also Sunrider 4 was announced somewhat recently, I think. So, yeah. But sleep well. Alright, I guess it's okay. Someone who's good at fighting has to guard the captain after all. Well, in that case, I'll head out to find my old black market contacts. I doubt the mining unit is going to help us anymore, or with us completely destroying the Alliance flagship. We're going to need a new source of equipment for what's to come, and mercs. I know where to get them. The black market? Doesn't look like we have much of a choice. We are, essentially, fugitives from the law now. Sah! Well, this may be disappointing news. I intend to turn myself into the Alliance. Eh? You can't do that. They'll definitely have you tried for treason and hung. No, the Alliance that I believe in is just and fair nation. What the Alliance tried to do at Sarah was wrong. I will return and see what I can do to restore support from the Alliance. No. Once the truth of what occurred at Sarah comes out, I believe the system will vindicate us. There's no way anyone in the Solar Alliance would approve of destroying an entire planet, no matter the circumstances. We still need the Alliance's support, or else we truly have no hope of ever liberating Sarah. Oh, you're being way too naive. There's no way anyone in the Solar Congress is ever going to admit that they tried to collapse an entire neutral rim planet into a black hole. We do not know that unless we try first. Don't come crying to me when I have to bust you out of a maximum security Alliance prison. Ha! If the worst really comes to pass, then I'm sure I can count on your expertise. Seriously. Well then, it's settled. Not quite just yet. We have one more thing. She was reaching to the escape pod and pulled Lynn out. Prototype! I like that Carissa immediately gets her gun out. Captain, what is she? She's the reason why I'm still here. She saved me. Pulled me from the bridge while I was unconscious and put me inside the escape pod. The trick. I already know this is how they operate. They seek to gain our trust. Prototype! So we just throw her out of the airlock right now. We don't need any of their lies anymore. Oi, what do you mean she saved you? I thought the prototypes were our enemies. Chigara, I think she's still alive. She's trying to take control of all the prototypes. At least that's what Lynn seems to be saying. I think Chigara temporarily took control of Lynn and used her to save me. No, Captain, don't listen to that nonsense. Besides, Chigara was a prototype just like the rest of them. Look at where believing her got us. Hey, maybe we should keep her. Maybe we should still keep her around. We need to keep tabs on the enemy, and Lynn's here is our only source of intel. Even when she's one of them, we gotta use everything at our disposal right now. Besides, she's got kind of a big mouth. So we could keep her. If we keep talking to her, she'll keep spilling the beans. She'd be useful as a tool. In any matter, I do not believe we can perform an execution in here at this moment, but perhaps later at another location. God. Alright, options. Let's gag and bind her, then toss her in a cargo crate for now. Or, she did save me. I think we still have a lot we could learn by keeping her here. I'm gonna trust her. Very well, Captain. Well then, I believe our little sessions will continue, Prototype. You have thanked the captain's graciousness, especially after everything your friends have done. Whatever happens, make sure she stays away from the captain. You know she's our prisoner. There's no way we could never trust a prototype ever again. Kriska grabbed a roll of duct tape from the escape pod supply box and tied it with Lincer's. 3 bazillion years in the future, and we still have duct tape. The other prototypes can still assume control over her. We should still be careful. You heard him, Lin. Don't try to pull anything. Shields looked out at the holoport. Too much had happened. We're on the verge of defeat. He saw his dirty, exhausted face in the reflection. Does this face still fit to lead them? Ava's face appeared beside his. Captain, despite all this, we'll always be by your side. Ava. I apologize, Captain. I never realized it until I believed I'd truly lost you. When you gave the evacuation order, no, even before that, I'd always wanted to say, for the Battle of Hellion, when you needed me the most, I did not answer your feelings truthfully. Ava? I was overcome with my responsibilities. The burden of my duty liberates Sarah made me forget about the real ties that bind us. Background context for anyone curious. Ava joined the Alliance fleet before we did, or at least she left the planet before we did. And before she did, Kato and her had sex and such because they'd always been childhood friends and had always had a thing for each other, but just didn't act on it until then. And then I think she basically left like kind of like a one-night stand sort of thing. It's too strict and stuff. If I just answered your feelings truthfully that day, then none of this would have ever happened. If I just said what I wanted. Ultimately, it was the rift that I created between us that day which doomed our mission. The prototypes exploited it, used it to put a spy inside our ranks. In hindsight, I should have known. A ship where the captain, the XO, could not communicate is doomed to fail. I want to say this now. Now that I've finally been given a second chance. Never forgotten the promise we made that night. We would sail the stars together, captain and commander, in the mightiest ship of the Sarah Space Force. Together as one, no matter the impossible odds. I know I always knew. I'm sorry, it's my fault for pushing you away. The road ahead will be long. Can I count on you? I'm exhausted. Excuse me. Neither of these really seem like they're gonna have. Yes, Captain. Hey, Commander, that's unfair. What about me? I was the one trying to warn you about Jakar the most, remember? Well, you just listen to me, Captain. Still, my offer stands. Asaga Diruya, hero of justice, at your service, sir. You need a supervillain taken down, you know who to call. Also comes with the bonus of kissing the maiden to the sunset after everything's over. How about it, Captain? I've always been on your side. What is this stupid love fest? Can't believe you guys still even like this guy. Just look at him. Totally got backstabbed by his new girlfriend. Like literally just days after going out. Totally ruined everything we fought for the past year. And on top of that, completely vaporized our ship. Most unreliable space captain in the history of space captains. Can't believe I like a guy like him. Ugh. It's not like I like you or anything. She's such a bad tsundere. Ikari ran screaming across the cargo bay and hid behind a stack of crates. Captain, I understood we'll be spending much time together from now. Perhaps we should get closer. In the end, even Solas. No way. You are quite the popular man, Captain. I don't know why, I just suddenly had the urge to give her a Bane voice. Looks like your life is difficult, in more ways than one. No way. Forget defeating Pact and Liberty and Sarah. At this rate, my real problem might be managing these girls. Just what else could possibly go wrong? Suddenly, sparks blew through the room. That could go wrong. As a space-time portal ripped open, sending an explosion of wind through the room. Stacks of cargo crates fell everywhere, and on top of the mess was... That sure was a messy entry. He wrote E. What? That good-for-nothing fan service incompetent nympho woman is back. They're not gonna like question how she gets here. Okay. Venixar S. Fontana stood at the bridge of the assault carrier Victus. Kushana. Oh, she's new. I don't remember her from before. I like the active military fleet that's not his, like the little shoulder bars and whatnot. It's good. And her red hair kind of goes with the whole thing. Benexar Kushana entered the bridge, visibly impressed by the numerous upgrades the proud vessel had received since its service in the compact revolution. You've grown, boy. Welcome back from your exile, Kushana of the many miracles. Your exploits against the new empire are still sung in pack space to this day. I was there myself to witness you dispatch no less than an entire Imperial flotilla in mere moments using nothing but mere destroyers through the skies of Thrella. Truly unfortunate that one such as yourself was exiled by the madwoman Alice. Leaders of your caliber have been sorely lacking in the pack fleet in Thessalia. Flattery will get you nowhere, Caesar. By my order, your position as the High Admiral of Crimson Fleet is hereby reinstated. You once held back the Imperial fleets 1,000 strong using nothing more than dozens of scrap pirate ships. Now you defend our lands with the coming Imperialists, not with obsolete frigates, but with the full might of Pax Industrial Base. You were just a boy when Arcadius picked you off the streets of Thrella. To think you would now lead what he started. It's been so many years. Alice's failure was set the moment she set out to lead Pact. What a broken, destitute girl when Arcadius met her. Her home destroyed, her entire life in shambles. He took her in, sheltered her, gave her a new life inside Compact, gave her family. She fell hopelessly in love with him. But her dreams were to be thwarted. To the very end, Arcadius sought peace with the new empire. He believed that Compact and the empire would have to reach reconciliation in order to end the bloodshed, while others within Compact sought a more radical approach. In the end, the angry mob would run. When we took New Eden, the pressure chamber of furious anger after centuries of brutal oppression burst, and the mobs took to the streets, set everything ablaze, raped, pillaged, tore down millennia of history. Alice was there that day, when Arcadius stood before the mobs trying to protect the empire. He was cut down, killed by the very people he had sought to liberate. And since that day, Alice lost her mind. In the end, she sought justice for Arcadius in her own twisted logic, by seeking the complete annihilation of humankind. Very well, if you are to lead Compact in a new age, free of the madness which Alice brought to our cause, then I'll gladly take your fleet. Just know that if you prove unworthy of flying the Crimson Flag, then I will dispose of you myself. I expect nothing less. The Solar Alliance amassed for a full-scale invasion of Pax space. Also, that was like a crap ton of exposition. Like, I don't think anyone would ever say those things like that. So I think that was just for our benefit. Now that the Liberation Day massacre has occurred, this war will only end in one of two ways. Either way, we win, or they kill all of us. What must be our next move? They assembled their fleets at Verona, while all forces are still stationed at Serra. The Alliance has thus far won effectively every battle in the war, but now their brightest military minds have all been killed at Serra. Their fury will be their undoing. They intend to strike Tethra. Tethra? That's deep inside Pax space, merely a few jumps away from New Eden itself. We've amassed our ships at Serra, leaving our interior undefended. The Alliance will seek a target which will deal the most damage to our will, and a heavily populated core world like Tethra will be tantalizing a target if it were to remain completely undefended. They'll perform a risky multi-stage warp from Verona to Tethra and ignore Serra altogether. Thus far, Grey was wise enough to avoid such high-risk stratagems, but with him dead, the Alliance voters wanting blood. Send messages on our encrypted military channels. Form all our ships to amass at Serra for a final defensive line. The Alliance will no doubt intercept our messages and believe we intend to remain at Serra. In the meantime, I shall take my fleet and hide in Maximum Low right behind Tethra's moon. When the Alliance fleet warps in, believing we are still at Serra, that will be the end of their offensive, as their ships will now be trapped deep inside Pax space with no safe warp back point to retreat. We will then hunt down the remaining ships of the combined fleet as they scramble out of territory, until none remain. Very well. We should see if your predictions come to fruition. Emil Kushana. Her stratagems are the stuff of legends. The new Imperials even whispered she was a time traveler who could foresee the future. I know that Kushana has no secret powers, no lost technology aiding her seemingly prophetic predictions. She's merely that good. Kushana took Fontana's speakerphone and relayed a message to all hands. All hands! I am Benexar Kushana, newly reinstated High Admiral of the Crimson Fleet. Some of you may have heard my name during the Compact Revolution. I'm told that during my absence, the men and women of the Martyrs Band are shamed our cause with such cowardly tactics as bombing unarmed cities, mistreating prisoners of war, and flying with artificial beings who have never even understood the meaning of sacrifice. Know that as of now, such unbecoming conduct has no place in our fleets. I'll reform the lot of you to become sailors worthy of that red uniform. Throughout the past years, everything I heard about the new Pact fleet brought nothing but shame and disgust to my heart. We are not the villains of this story. We are the proud men and women who fight for freedom, justice, and equality. No longer shall the name Pact bring forth images of despair, violence, and brutality. The entire galaxy detests us now, and for good reason. We have brought nothing but great suffering to the common folk of the neutral rim and beyond. But soon, the entire galaxy shall sing songs of our heroism, of our discipline. We will turn the tide of this war and bring about a new age, where Pact shall no longer be the evil empire, but the liberators. The age of combat, when we sought peace instead of violence, freedom instead of blind obedience to demigods, and equality for all, begins today. Kushana, out. The bridge crew stood and applauded. My brothers and sisters, I may be your admiral, but I'm merely a soldier of the Crimson Flag, just like all of you. Together we will turn the tide of the war back to our favor. Perhaps the old days of the combat revolution can return. When we travel the stars to liberate ourselves from the new empire. Alice is now dead, and the fool shields has been removed from the picture as well. The era of Pact has begun. Goodbye. Okay, so I'm going to assume we're in the mind stream now. Arcadius. No. Humanity. Pact. Alliance. Shields. Let everything burn. Captain. Chigara's coming for you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, I think Chigara's losing her mind. Shields grabbed his supply back from the life pod and put it on his back. Solar grabbed an enormous scoped rifle from a black case. She flipped open another container and withdrew a curved battle knife which she strapped onto her side. They had dropped down onto Tidaria with their life pod. For now it looked like their plan had worked. Nobody had noticed their arrival. As far as Shields could see, nothing but sand stretched out into the horizon. While living here was undoubtedly going to be a far cry from the comforts of his loft, the largely uninhabited surface of Tidaria made the perfect hideaway for a wanted man such as himself. Are you ready? Yes. The commander has already arranged a hideout a kilo away. Follow me. Okay. Kato spoke as they crossed the seemingly endless desert. It was difficult to believe that these deserts were considered one of Tidaria's more livable areas. Other locales featured nothing more than toxic gases and scorching heat. Still can't believe Claude was alive all this time. You know, if she had a piece of lost technology which just let her teleport out of the Bianca moments before got hit, she should have told us earlier. On top of that, I can't believe she actually made up the medical report about Chigara not being a prototype either. Only she hadn't been such an idiot. We could have known that Chigara was a prototype much earlier. Guess I really shouldn't have counted on a ditz like her to deliver an accurate report. No. There's a matter I wish to discuss with you, in private, without the other members of the crew. Sola? Is something the matter? Yes. I've come to suspect there's a great deal of information that our chief medical officer is hiding. What do you mean? I believe Claude was actually the one who has been relaying our movements to the prototypes. What? Sola, you need to say stuff like that sooner. No, the matter is far more complicated. I've had a vision where I spoke to Claude. It was like a momentary trance where all my surroundings faded away and I floated in midair. As if I was suspended in deep sleep once more, yet I was still in control of my body. During this vision, I learned that our chief medical officer was in fact an ancient Ruvian like myself. But she could not have come from my era, for she was far more powerful than anything I could have imagined. Indeed, if my suspicions are correct, she may have attained a power far more terrifying than even the mightiest Ruvian emperors of the ancient past. The power to bend both space and time. Such powers were beyond even the Ruvians, for if such a power had been attained, the Holy Empire would never have collapsed. Even if it had, one could easily restore the Empire by simply traveling back in time. Implications of the discovery were too terrifying for me to dare speak. Indeed, I fear if I expose the truth of her identity, she may simply write me out of existence. You're telling me Claude is a time traveler? No, far more than that. If such an entity could be given a name, then the closest description of her would be Claude is God. Well, alright, sure. What? But not a god that seeks to be worshipped or feared, a god that seeks amusement. An entity which merely desires to watch over the insignificant little mortars at our feet and nudge them around for laughs. Just could hardly believe what he was hearing. The notion that Venixar S. Arcadius was actually just a petite girl would have been easier to swallow in this revelation. That good-for-nothing hack of a doctor? Actually a deity? Yet the situation is now more troubling. I believe the sole reason for Claude joining the crew of the Sunrider was to lead you to me. What makes you think that? Given the new revelation that I was merely in cold sleep for mere months, there's only one remaining explanation as to how I ended up in this timeline given the circumstantial evidence at hand. I too am a time traveler, I'll bet an unintentional one. I must have warped forward in time 2,000 years just moments before the activation of the Sharlock's final tear. That would further explain why I survived the certain death that the final tear would have caused. Claude has come to return me my own timeline, so this timeline can be fixed. Already my existence in this universe has begun to dramatically change the course of the galaxy's history. If I were to remain here, surely the entire fate of the universe may be at stake. Slow down, Sola. I'm not quite following. Why does you being here mean the universe is doomed? My arrival here has already changed the course of the universe's history. If the timeline were to deviate any further, I feel that an irreparable time paradox could occur. I'm effectively a rogue agent which should not exist in this universe. If I am to accidentally cause an event which would otherwise be impossible in the original timeline, then the entire space-time continuum could very well collapse. Put another way, if my existence changes the timeline so majorly as to alter the course of history, this entire universe will simply collapse. I am a threat more dire to this universe than either Pact or the prototypes. One which must be removed. Okay. No, I'm not going to allow that, Sola. How can we even do that? God, I don't know. No, I don't want Sola to leave. I would like her to stay here. You're one of us now. She just gripped Sola's shoulders. From what you told me of your timeline, if you were to go back to it, you'd just be used as a pawn again. Worse, you'll be killed right away. You said it yourself, right? You time warped just a second before the final tear burst? If you go back now, you'll just be dead. There's not a chance in hell I'll let that happen. Not on my watch. Captain, you mustn't say such things, or else... I swear, I'll protect you, Sola. The universe's time paradoxes can be damned. Yes, Captain. Now please. She just realized he was inches away from Sola's face. He embarrassingly took his grip off of her. The two continued walking towards the hideout. She just broke the now awkward silence. You know, you mentioned the time paradox, but you've been here with us for about a year now, and it looks to me the universe is still working out just fine. And Claude seems like she's still just observing the situation. Maybe there's still a way out of this, without you returning to your own timeline. Yes, I shall hope for the best, while preparing my heart for the alternative. Another new problem, huh? For now, with both of us hidden away on this remote planet, Sola won't be able to alter the timeline. Maybe that's part of the reason why she decided to come here as well. As long as we're here, I won't have to worry about the timeline collapsing. Anyways, for now, let's just leave the time paradox stuff alone. We'll deal with it, once we have a ship again. When I can confront Claude about all of this. God. Understood, Captain. To my relief. To my relief, it appears that I am the only person from my timeline who is transported to this universe. I can only fear what the situation would be if the time displacement affected other individuals of my time. So by the way, what's this hideout that Ava got prepared for us anyway? It appears to be a small cabin built by the mining unit, which was abandoned decades past when the nearby rocks failed to yield any ore. We'll be residing together in the meantime, until the commander and Asaga return from Ruvia Prime. Oh. Okay. Wait. Living together? Yes. What? Ava, you didn't mention this? Shields and Sola finally spotted the cabin. As Sola had stated, the small steel structure appeared long abandoned and was thoroughly covered with sand and dust. Shields looked at his new temporary home. He was now a fugitive from society, a space captain without a ship. His crew, now scattered throughout the galaxy, desperately trying to restore what they had lost. One day, they'd all be reunited. But for now, the road ahead appeared dark. They were defeated, but not yet out. He gritted his teeth. Too many lives have been lost for him to surrender now. His crew had entrusted their lives to him. Despite letting everyone down, he still had everyone's support. He had to carry on, no matter the weight of the stitch on his shoulders. He looked to the distance with Sola. They would rebuild from this point on. His losses had been grave. His wounds went beyond the physical, but he was still alive to fight another day. As long as he had but a sliver of strength left in him, he would keep trying to restore what was lost. Despite all that they had worked for, the prototypes had managed to thwart him. The mission was vast, and their efforts even mightier, and they got close to winning. But at the last moment, the enemy had one last trick up their sleeve and snatched victory away. Because of that, Gara... No, she was still alive. She was new. He would see her again. From the ashes of this defeat, they'd all be reborn. Deep inside of him, he knew. The Sunrider will be reborn. There we go. Oh, God. I really want something to drink. That was a lot to read. But yeah, so, like, as per usual, I suppose, they leave everything with a cliffhanger. Honestly, they could have ended it without all of the, like, Liberation Day massacre stuff, with Chigara going crazy and killing everything, without introducing, like, crazy timeline stuff, and that Claude is some weird supernatural thing that is just having fun. Like, could have been better without all that, I think. Like, I assume that's just stuff that's setting things up for the next game, I suppose, but still. Like, they could have ended on a happy note, you know? Without the massacre. I mean, it's whatever, I guess, right? But still. They're giving some potential storylines for the next game. They're giving themselves infinite storylines for the next game, considering that they have like, paradox stuff that could happen, you know? So, I mean, I guess that's good as far as, like, having things to work with. But still, like, it's just a lot, I guess. And, like, feels very tacked on. Like, sure, like, the massacre part, I guess, isn't that. Like, it's understandable with the way everything else was set up with the whole mind stream and how all the prototypes control each other with a hive mind, yada yada. So, sure, like, they could definitely have Chigara kill things and such, but still. Maybe the next game you'll more likely do that story clipping. Yeah, I know. But I mean, like, even if they just ended on a happy note, they could have started all this, like, ridiculous stuff off in the next game's beginning, you know? Like Claude showing up again and revealing that she's a time traveler. All that business could have started at the beginning of the next game. From death, all will be reborn. What? What does that even mean, Sunrider? Am I an Evangelion now? Oh, it's funded by Kickstarter. Symbol 2A. Is that a name of someone, or am I... Like, click. Okay. Okay, now it's... Oh, now I get to click. Thug Life Otter. Nice. Vladimir Putin was in that B list. That's good. Whiz Bang the Mighty. Nice. That last one's pretty good. We thank the following 20-tier Patreon backers. All these nice people gave 20 bucks each. Help fund the game. Ooh. Oh boy. More. So I'd feel like they were retconning stuff to get the next story to work while doing it at the end there. What a show was always intended. Yeah, I know. Still. Deep within the Memo Sign Abyss? Memo? Like mnemonic. So, Memo Sign Abyss? A mammoth super dreadnought of unknown origins emerged from warp space.
時空道路装置に故障。予想した時間を大きく外れ。
This one's voice acted.
決戦前の時間ではなく、我々は5000年後の時間に飛ばされたようです。
Oh, they fucked up.
当時、あのファラリの小娘も時空爆発に巻き込まれて、この時間に飛ばされてきたようです。装置は何らかの妨害作業によって破壊されたゆえ、元の時間に戻るのは不可能です。
Who's this dude? Bro. I bet you he's Ruvian.
この世界の住民はまるで原始時代の下等生物のようです。そう、まるでクロウ様の家来や下僕にされるための存在だらけです。よかろう、わらりの雑種め。
He just called them all Mongols.
もう不可能なのがやはり尺だが、この世界を征服して世の領土にするのも悪くない話だ。新世界の下等生物たちを刮目するがいい。我が新生帝国の再臨を。
Dun dun dun. Also, I think that was the same voice actor for Gray. There we go. Beat it. Back on the title screen now. We finally have the bonuses unlocked. I can finally see all the characters he used, which apparently I missed one or two. Oh, a bummer. This one's locked for some reason. Okay. Can't tell if that's Ava or someone else in the shower. Eka CGs. Backgrounds. Lots of one. A lot of them are locked for some reason. Huh. Little music box achievements. Return complete. Final ends and return. You'd have to tell me how to start return. Alright. Welp. I guess that's it. I was under the impression, like, based on the Steam thing and such, that there was, like, more going on. I don't know. Maybe... Does the achievement thing say... Did I get an ending? Okay, discovered... Stole a happy ending. Well, I want that one. Welcome back. No. Captain beat the game on Captain difficulty higher. Lose alive. You know, none of these say like that they were an ending, you know, for the return thing. Weird. I don't know how to start it. All right, but that's gonna be it for tonight, I think, probably. Unless, well, let me Google real quick. Sunrider Liberation Day return. Curious here. If there's anything about, like, did I miss something, you know? I see YouTube videos on, like, the 8 different endings and things. It was happy end. Let's see, there's a Steam question here about this stuff. Avoiding the shutdown of the ship at the beginning. I just want to any walkthroughs. No. I wonder if I just, like, don't have it, like, if it's something different. Let me look in the Steam store real quick to see if it's, like, something else they had downloaded, because if it is, then gosh, I don't see it. I see Sunrider Collection for $32. That's kind of whatever. Captain's Edition. I could have sworn like Captain's Edition was the whole like had everything in it. Buy Sunrider collection bundle. Two of these things are already in. No, I don't need the theme song. Weird. I don't know how to start it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into it, I guess, because I don't know where this other thing is, because I could have sworn there was supposed to be more. Like the bonus achievements like don't list that I got an ending of some kind. Is weird to me. So I don't know. I'll look into it, I guess, and if I can figure it out and there is more, then maybe I'll stream that part when I have a nice big old bottle of water next to me or something, since it'll be a lot of reading. Or maybe I'll just play it by myself. From what I've read on the Steam page and all that business, is that it's just a visual novel part. There isn't actually any gameplay besides the visual novel part. So who knows? We'll see. Anyway, though, that's gonna be it for tonight as far as Sunrider goes. So thanks for hanging out and thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your evening or morning or early morning, what have you. So take it easy and bye for now. Sweet.